What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Wednesday MLB edition of my DFS podcast. We have 13 games on the main slate tonight. The only game with any rain around is the Boston game against the Marlins, but it looks like there might be a pop-up delay at the worst. I don't think it's going to get canceled in any shape or form. I live right near there, and there's just been pop-up storms all day. Should be cleared, by the evening. So I told you guys I'd give you a Guru Credit promo code in this video. I will give you that code on my website for 10 Guru Credits after a couple of my value plays in this video. Just give this video a like. Make sure you are subscribed. We also have a 3-game after-hour slate tonight. I will be playing that as well. And then we have PGA content for the Rocket Mortgage Classic tomorrow morning. I will be posting at some point today on my website. Could be before MLB, could be later on tonight, depending on when I get to it. But we've had some profitable PGA weeks, really over the last month. So let's keep it rolling with the Rocket Mortgage tomorrow. There's plenty of decent golfers out there. Not as good of a field as we've seen lately, but definitely still a pretty solid and exciting field. Before I get into my picks, I have a Twitter giveaway. My GPP took down a couple nights ago, 202 for $2,000, 20 ROI. A lot of people cashed out, so I thought I would do a giveaway for a free GBP season pass. It's on my pinned tweet on my Twitter. Just retweet that for a chance to get picked. I am announcing the winner later tonight. So for my plays today, for as many games as there are tonight, the pitching is brutal. Blake Snell has been popular all year because he's been anywhere from $8,000 to $9,500. Now that he's had, a handful of solid starts in a row, his price, it's just too much. He's looked like really, really good over his last 5 starts. 6 innings or more in all of them. His strikeout numbers are way up. He's put up, a ton of fantasy points. I just don't see Blake Snell as a 11.1K pitcher, especially on the road against the Pirates. Another reason why I don't want to spend up on him is because we got the Coors Field game tonight too, so it's going to be hard. If you pick Snell, you really can't pick any of those elevated priced Dodgers hitters, which is tough. They did disappoint last night. I hate Coors Field games, but we're going to have to go back to the Dodgers again tonight against Kyle Freeland. Unfortunately, you got to play the numbers. It's another 11.5 over under. I might get to Snell in a tournament lineup. I don't see myself spending that kind of money in cash games. And again, the pitching is really bad tonight, so you might be forced to spend up on Snell if you have the money, but I like Aaron Nola as my favorite dollar-for-dollar guy tonight. He's had some, shaky starts all year long. His strikeout numbers have been pretty good. It's just he has games where he just gives up so many earned runs. Very unlike him. You got to imagine that he brings that ERA down. He's way too good of a pitcher. A 4.4 ERA does not do Nola any justice. He is one of the best pitchers in the MLB. The Cubs do not have a threatening offense. We just saw Ranger Suarez of the Phillies last night absolutely mow them down. I think he went 7 innings, 8 Ks, and Nola is certainly better than Suarez. So we should project him for, on a lot of the DFS outlets I use, Nola is projected almost or just about the same amount of fantasy points as Blake Snell tonight, and he's $1,500 cheaper than him on FanDuel. So Nola looks like the cash game guy. He's sub 10K, so he makes the Dodgers at Coors Field, pretty realistic to be able to get, around 2 to 3 of them in your lineup. I like Nola. And then one last pitcher if you want to get really cheap, and I don't even know if I'm going to even, expose myself to him. It's Domingo German of the Yankees. He's in Oakland. The Athletics stink. It's a low over-under. He's a favorite. He's only 7,700. He's had 2 terrible back-to-back starts, 15 hits, 15 earned runs. But if you look at his season, he's had some huge games. So if you want to risk it, it's a high risk, it's a high reward kind of play. If you picked him, you would be able to stack the Dodgers and pick plenty of other good bats. He's just looked terrible in his last 2 starts. But it is the Athletics. It's at Oakland. It's a 7.5 over/under. The Yankees are favorites. I don't hate it if you get to a little bit Domingo German. I don't know what I'm doing with him yet. But just a third pitcher that you should be looking at. For the infield, the Orioles are one of the better teams to stack tonight outside of the Coors Field game. Adley Rutschman, he had a really, really hot start to the year, and now he is, kind of fallen back a little bit. He's still in the All-Star, voting as a catcher just because catchers always stink. John Heim of the Rangers, he has a little bit of a better stat sheet than Rutschman, but he's still up there for one of the best hitting catchers. 266 average. He should be batting second switch hitter against, Luke Weaver. Anytime we can target hitters against Luke Weaver, we're looking pretty good in general. Weaver, a 6.9 ERA. He's one of the worst, rotational pitchers in the MLB. Love the Orioles tonight. You can definitely get to him. Rutschman at under 3K. A really nice price. Early in the season, he was, anywhere from 3,800 to 4K when he was going right. I love this price on Rutschman. He's nice and cheap for the Orioles. And again, a really, really good team to stack. Going over to my website for the code, this code will automatically add 10 credits to your balance. These credits are used to purchase anything I post on my website. If you look at the top menu bar here, MLB, I have a main slate, FanDuel, and DraftKings, and then it brings you to cash and GPP options. You use the credits to purchase, my lineups and content. Got Prize Picks, Underdog, Yahoo as well. Type in the date, June. Oh my God, I forgot the date. June 28 vid. June 28 vid. All caps. Apply coupon. And then after the page reloads itself a couple of times, those 10 credits will be added to your balance. Again, just like this video, guys. I do appreciate it. And if you don't have an account on my site yet, it takes a second to make one. You get bonus credits. You get $50 in credit when you sign up. I added 25 extra bucks. It used to be $25 in credits. Now I added it up to 50 now, just to get you guys some extra bonus credits upon sign up. Second infield play, Mookie Betts, 4,500. He went 0 for 5 last night. The Dodgers in general, really disappointed everyone, but they're going to be popular again tonight. The Coors Field games, I just absolutely hate them because the over-unders they're always in the double digits, and it just forces you to overspend on these guys. I mean, Mookie Betts is 4,500. I think Freddie Freeman is 4,600. You can't go wrong with any of them. I'm going to take Mookie because it is a righty-lefty matchup. He should be leading off. He plays 3 different positions on FanDuel, and it's Mookie Betts. He's one of the premier stars in the MLB. His average should be better than 253. But he's going to probably get 5 at-bats. There's just not much to say. You got to try to just jam as many Dodgers in your lineups tonight. It's unfortunately what we run into with Coors Field games because the Rockies pitchers always stink. The hitting environment is always, far above any other hitting environment on the slate. So Mookie Betts, 4,500, that's my spend up. For the outfield, this is where we can balance things out. It's nice to see the Marlins, they're pretty cheap. They allow you to make a really strong lineup with a decent pitcher and the Dodgers. I missed out on the Jazz Chisholm train last night. He was only 3,200 against Tanner Houck. The Marlins absolutely, stomped on the Red Sox. There's no reason why they can't do it again tonight. Tanner Houck is actually... it wasn't Tanner Houck. It was Garrett Whitlock, who's a pretty good pitcher. The Red Sox are rolling out a lot worse tonight. They're opening the game with Ort. I think he's like he's a spot start guy. He only goes a couple innings. So the Red Sox are going to be working out of their bullpen tonight. It's a 9.5 over/under. The Marlins are favored. Chisholm should be batting cleanup. He batted cleanup last night. It's going to be a lefty-righty matchup. 3,200. It was his first game back last night, and he did not miss a beat. 3 for 4, 32 fantasy points. He was red hot when he went on the injured list on May 13th. He had homered in back-to-back games. So Chisholm is in another great spot tonight. The Marlins are nice and cheap. They're in the low 3,000s in price. A really, really solid stack. Dollar for dollar, probably the best stack on tonight's slate. And then we'll go into Brian De La Cruz, only $2,800, projected to hit third tonight, batting .282. He also did plenty of things last night. He hit a homer, 2 for 5, 25 fantasy points. He is currently on a 8-game hitting streak. Half of those games are multi-hit games, back-to-back games with multi-hit games. He's 5 for his last 9, 2 extra base hits. This guy's seeing the ball. It's a fantastic matchup. And again, the Red Sox have a little bit of rain issues at Fenway tonight, but this game should end up playing out. It's extremely humid. I've been outside today, and it's hot, so the ball should be moving. 9.5 over/under. I like the Marlins. A nice cheap team to allow you to get to those Dodgers tonight. That'll do it for this video, guys. Let's have a solid night all around. Plenty of action going on my website later on today with PGA and the 2 MLB slates. Make sure you get that code in on my site for those 10 credits. Like the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Thanks again for stopping by. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I'm signing off. Bye.